Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Reset, 19, 50 seconds, come on. Let's get this ball back for the offense, let's go.
The first carry now, this is Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, it's Johnson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the gun on third, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Give him 17 on the pickup there. The Texans also get a new set of downs.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. That is caught.
Hopkins for the Texans.
DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of
Man, I forgot I ain't got Melvin. Oh!
37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
third and long for Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
Look how they just be standing there. Just up with that, though. Yeah.
A gain of 32 that time. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Just be standing still.
We talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson, the intended target. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing Rivers. Allen's got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Texans' 35-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Rivers now. And it's complete. Henry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Rivers on 1st down. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Oh, shoot, caught me.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
So go read. Block 11! Check tight. Check tight. White!
41. We're going to wedge that. Yo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, load it! Load it! Plus right.
Play action now. Rivers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This pass finds its way to Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's Eckler again.
Come on.
Huge yardage here, back at the 47. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And it's a touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Rivers. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Red!
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Q.
Big ass.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta! Wait, 89!
From the gun, Rivers escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
41 Mike.
Throwing again. Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You want to do a game for me?
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Red! Recon, 132 fighter. Behind!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Got his man, it's Williams. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. On 1st and 10, Watson forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go.
Come on. Give me that same pick.
Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Again, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Now Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Once more, here's Eckler.
And they just killing my line.
He maybe got a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, dude. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. All day, pump. 41.
Left.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. And Allen's got it. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here is Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going on the ground with Eckler. And some space here. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Casey Hayward, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Boom. Boom. Go back down here.